pretty much.
I think it's a mutual appreciation society. Vancouver, Rachel.
How lucky am I? Seriously, it just takes getting sick. You can have this too. You guys, like, I could never give you enough. I could never thank you enough. I love you so much. I hope you're having the time of your life this weekend. So much magic in you. Love you. Okay, so should I get started with questions? Because if not, I'm just going to keep telling you how amazing you are. I could do that for an hour. You up for that? Okay. Hello. How are you?
I'm good.
Are you enjoying this convention?
I am, yes.
I'm so happy to be in Vancouver
I'm
too.
so happy you can make it. So I wanted to ask, would you consider doing a cameo in the upcoming Wayward Daughters series?
I do anything these people ask me. If they were like, wear this paper bag and lie in this dish full of poo for a couple days, I'd do it. Honestly. Yeah.
Thank you.
But are you excited about that show?
Oh yes, I'm so ready for it.
I'm so excited about that. I remember at an asylum convention, like, I don't know, 8 years ago or something like that, I was asked what would be my favorite show to do, and I was like, basically Supernatural, but for chicks. I don't know about all of you guys, but growing up, there just wasn't female characters that I identified with. So I always identified with the male characters because they just seemed stronger and more loyal and more complex. And it's finally, I feel like the world is finally catching up, and there's awesome female characters for us to idolize and identify. Thank you so much. It's a great question.
Hey Rachel.
Hello, how are you?
Good. So good to see you again.
It's really good to see you.
Tying into what you just said, I've been curious since the last time I heard you speak about women in the industry and the need for more women in the industry in all levels, both representation and directing, writing, all of it.
Yeah.
How can we as fans support that? Or are there specific projects or directors that you think that we could come behind and support?
I just think it's a daily thing, and you guys will find what speaks to you. But I think the thing to watch in any of us, I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this, but I experienced it kind of when I hit puberty. All of a sudden I started to be willing to throw other women under the bus because I wanted the guys to look at me or like me or something like that. And I think we have to watch that instinct. Just that and that embarrassment. I did that thing, I think it was about 12, where I was like, I'm not a feminist, like feminists suck, because I'm a guy, cool, and you want to date me, right? But I think that's the instinct we have to watch, because it's wrong, and I think eventually most of us outgrow it, but I'm hoping that it just disappears entirely. Because it is so important to see ourselves represented and to bolster each other. And it's really, it's just balancing. It's not an anti-guy thing, because goodness knows I could not love or feel more loyalty toward the guys in this group, certainly. But yeah, it's just let's kind of address this and kind of put some balance back in the world, because women know what they're talking about. There's a lot of really amazing women out there. So.
Thank you.
Sorry, I just wanted to say you were such a huge inspiration to people with chronic pain.
Please don't wait, let's pause for a second. Please don't apologize. You were so beautiful. And like, there's nothing I love more than, and you can tell, because I do it all the time, than blubbering and being honest and showing our hearts, and I think it's such a freaking beautiful thing. So like, let's just enjoy that. I love that we can touch each other in that kind of way. I think that's beautiful. So yeah, so never apologize for that.
Thank you. So my question is, how do you remain so positive? Because I know for me it's really hard sometimes when you're in pain all the time.
Yes. No, I feel you, and believe me, I deal with it all the time, and it can consume you. And so there's like lots of tricks, and you have to find what works for you. One of the main things is like, don't be afraid of it. Just try as much as possible to find things that inspire you so much that it pulls you outside of it.
Yeah, you actually inspired me to go to hair school, become a hairstylist. And all that.
That's amazing! You rock. You rock. Yeah, it's a funny thing when you're dealing with chronic pain, just to find things that really, all of a sudden, like little things that maybe you used to kind of enjoy don't matter anymore, and you have to find things that inspire you a lot. And that's what, so if you find, if doing hair and finding that art and that beauty and aesthetic is what does it for you, just keep doing that and keep reminding yourself of that. And the other thing is, don't be afraid to be upset sometimes. You know, the way that I tend to do it is just my personality. I tend to kind of purge it really quickly and very dramatically when no one's looking. So, you know, like when I'm alone in my room, sometimes I will just scream, literally, or throw something. Like, unfortunately, objects don't do so well around me sometimes. Yeah, you know, you have to, because it's hard and it wears at you. And the thing that's different about chronic pain is I used to always consider that I was a tough cookie. I could deal with a really high amount of pain for short times. But with chronic pain, it kind of turns you into a baby because over time, it's just like exhausting. And it never, you don't have that thing of like, if I just make it through, it'll go away. So you just, it can wear at you. So I feel you, but here's the thing is like, there is a respite, there is a stillness, there is something on the other side. Even though the pain is still there, there's a point you can get to, and I'm sure you've gotten to it when you're doing hair or something, and you're in that zone, and you're so taken up with what's inspiring you and the beauty and all of that, that you just, the pain starts to get really quiet, is the best way to describe it. So just do what, live loudly, do what drowns out the pain as much as you can. And I just know that I think you're amazing.
Hello, Rachel. So I love the shirt that you are doing with Stan. It's super adorable. I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit more about the the organization that you're working with for the campaign.
Yes, thank you so much for asking that, because it means so much to me. So really, thank you for giving me that chance. So yeah, there's a couple things about the campaign that mean a lot to me. So the message is, be the Clarence you want to see in the world. And I don't know if you guys know that Gandhi quote, be the change you wish to see in the world, or be the change you want to see in the world. It's translated differently. It's one of my favorite quotes, and I think it's so important, especially in times like these in the world, that we know that we each as individuals can do that, can be that. And it's not, a lot of times we like to kind of imbue people outside of us with some kind of magic that we weren't blessed with, and that's just not true. Because if you're imbuing it, if you're imbuing them with that, then you have it. You are that already. And I feel that it's an important message, especially when we're doing things like I'm sitting on this stage, which is just arbitrary, because it could be any of you. And it's just, I'm only here because of what you've given to me and what you've creatively like imagine me in me. And I just want you to know, all to know that that's in you. So yeah, and then we all know why Clarence. I definitely want to see more Clarence in the world. Yeah, so there's that, and then Earth Justice, the charity that's benefiting from it, and they're amazing. They're kind of like the ACLU for the Earth, for the planet. And right now it's really important. So they're a legal team that operates pro bono, so they don't get paid for what they do, and they're out there every day in court fighting all the fights we need to like protect our waters and our land and so forth. And a lot of that, because right now there's a lot of deregulation going on that could be really bad for future generations. And so what they're doing is really important. And it often goes unnoticed. So I wanted some attention to come to them, not just the money, but some people to be aware of how awesome they are. So yeah, that's just it.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. You all inspired this and inspired me, and I can't tell you how much life it has breathed into me just to have the ability to do something creative that means a lot to me. So thank you guys. Seriously. Hi, how are you?
I'm well. Really happy you're here.
Very happy to be here. Can you tell?
Yeah, right. Yeah, so Meg is one of my favorite characters, female characters from Supernatural. And
I too. No, she was just awesome. Like, I fangirl over Meg. Like, she was just
so badass.
an amazing character. Yeah.
So since we know, obviously, how she got along with Crowley, Sam, and Dean, if she got the chance to meet other female characters like Rowena and Mary, their mothers, how do you think that would have like gone along? How do you think that would have worked out?
I don't know, but I would have really loved doing those scenes. No, I'm so excited because I feel like across time too, the female characters on the show have just gotten more and more awesome.
I think so too.
Yeah, and so I love getting to watch that, and watch that progression, watch those actresses, they're amazing, and watch those characters, and I just think it'd be so much fun. Like, Rowena Meg scene would be so funny. Yeah, I don't think they get along, but them not getting along would be so fun to watch and to do, so, yeah.
I agree.
Thank
you.
Thank you. And seriously, always feel free to tell me what you're imagining because it's so much more fun too. Like just, yeah.
I imagine that Meg would probably learn witchcraft.
Nice.
Maybe that would be cool.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, and I feel like she'd probably try to be best friends with the darkness too.
Perfect. Well, and you know, Emily, she's been in New York where I live, and so we've gotten to hang out a few times. She's so awesome, and that would be so much fun. Darkness was a great character too. So yeah, I would love to see those two together, conjuring some fun, or those three. That would be amazing.
That'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah, like watch out, world.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you so much for coming out today.
No, thank you. Seriously.
I want to know more about the shirts, kind of. The last person said my question, so I'm just going to have to throw one out there.
I can tell you whatever. You can.
I wanna know.
First of all, I can talk about the shirts. Yeah.
So actually, my team and I were already trying to figure out what we're going to get because we want to get all of the things.
Nice.
So, and
Right. By the way, you guys, I don't know if you know, but it was like really funny because the woman who runs the campaign and I have become friends. She's really awesome, and I call her shirts to, joke around. But yeah, there were certain things that were really important to me. I wanted to know like that it was ethically sourced. I wanted to know what the supply chain was. So she checked that all out for me. And then if I didn't bug her enough, then I wanted like kid shirts because I love kids and I wanted everyone to have that chance. So she got that going. Then I wanted bracelets. So we got bracelets. And then she came up with the idea for the bags. They're beautiful, and we just had so much fun. And it's a great creative team too. We had so much fun designing, but they were really indulgent with me because I kept insisting upon these like random things. Also, there's a donation part of it aspect to it. I don't know if that's gone up yet, but. So yeah, that was something that was important to me too, because I don't want anyone to feel left out, and I don't want them to think this is a campaign about just buying shirts. It's really about all of us looking out for each other, and I want everyone to know that we have each other's backs, because that's the most beautiful thing about this group. So yeah, it was very important that there be an aspect to this where it's like, if you want a shirt, or you want to give someone a shirt, or whatever, you can go and be a part of that too. So yeah.
So kind of extending from that, and I know you just released the shirt, do the sign
Today, yeah.
But where do you want to go after this? Do you want to keep saving the earth? This is like your personal project, or where do you see yourself going in terms of goals and what you want to change in the world?
I literally, like, I'm this, but silly, since I was a little kid, like, all I wanted to do was save the world. So yeah, anything like a lot falls under that category. So right now, I think environmental causes have always been important to me. And right now, I think it's especially important because there are some decisions that where we can kind of mess up and then roll back and be like, whoops, you know, we went off there, and we do that a lot as a civilization. But we're kind of at the point with this planet where if we mess around with Earth too much more, we won't have a home. So that's really important to me, and it's also just something that makes me happy because I love nature, and it's one of the things that gives me peace, and I want to give back to that. But I also am very into a lot of human rights causes, and I just kind of try to put my attention on whatever issue is most dire at a given moment. And I think that they all kind of feed each other, and when we're being good to each other, it all lines up. And it also is about, I think just on a minute-to-minute basis, how we treat each other. I think that changes everything about the world. So that's my 2 cents. What do you guys think?
Hi, Rachel. Hey. I just wanted to say first that I came here specifically to see you because you're a huge inspiration to me. I also have chronic illness, and I am also an artist, and I fight against my disease every day to make my art, so I...
Can I just pause for a second and say you are awesome, and thank you for that, and keep up the fight. That's amazing. It's beautiful. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask...
We can applaud that.
I draw inspiration from the poem Invictus by William Ernest Henley.
That's actually I do all the time. I keep it on my computer.
Oh, that was my question.
So, yes.
That's what you draw inspiration from, so that's awesome. I have it tattooed on my arm, so.
Brilliant. I actually was contemplating getting tattoos, like either with the whole poem or phrases. I don't know, whether I'll ever get the tattoo, but I'm so with you. It's one of those, and I look for there are many things, but that is one of those things that inspires strength in me as well. Do you guys know that poem? Yeah, it's a beautiful poem, and it's just really it speaks to me in the deepest way of just powering through and our own inner strength and our strength of spirit.
For the people that don't know, the quote that I have is, I am the master of my fate, I am the captain of my soul.
Beautiful.
Okay, guys, beautiful.
You're amazing. Thank you for sharing that. Hello. Hi. Yeah.
I've been looking for, since you were announced a really long time ago for this convention, so I think there's a little bit of confusion last year.
Right.
Yeah,
there was that did happen where so it was announced and it accidentally for last year's Vancon.
Yeah.
And me being me, I was like, I can go to both. But okay, I love it. I love Vancouver. I love the people. But they were like, no, you're actually technically not supposed to be there. So So I waited patiently for a year.
Me too. I've been waiting to.
Thank you.
And
I'm so glad to see you. And take your time. I'm just so happy to be here with you. And you're amazing. And your energy, just your smile is like infectious and beautiful. And I'm so happy just to spend time with you. So thank you. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you can ask your question.
you can go on and on. I feel like every actor kind of brings a little bit to their character. Was there anything that you felt that you consciously brought to Meg, especially near the end after she had spent that time with Cass in the hospital? I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize. Well, first of all, okay, so I don't know what I brought to Meg, because Meg was just awesome on her own. Like, the writers wrote the heck out of Meg, I think, and I always got to say the most fun, awesome lines. So really, all I had to do was, say the lines, say the words with a straight face. I feel like one of the things I maybe brought to Meg was just that I appreciated Meg. So I guess that is something you can't take for granted, is I saw how awesome she was. And I felt that, and I loved being her. Another thing is, on a really geeky level, I can find a connection. That's awesome. Wait, I have to pause for a second. That's an amazing outfit. You look incredible. Thank you. I'm sorry, just thank you. You made me very happy. So another thing with Meg was, I studied history. And philosophy, and I love to study, basically. I'm a big nerd. I felt like what Meg had that I was really fascinated by was this long-term perspective, because she's been around for eons. And so she just kind of, part of that, I felt like that's part of where her sense of humor and her sense of, she had a stillness about her. Whatever chaos was going on, whatever, franticness and end of the world mumbo jumbo, she just didn't get caught up. And she just kind of could look back and see the long-term perspective of it. And I really feel like I particularly appreciated that about her, because I'm such a geek and I love studying the ebbs and flows in our civilization, because I'm really nerdy. I don't know, does that make sense to you guys?
Yeah.
Was there a second part to the question?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, go. No, I just didn't know if you were feeling cut off.
No.
Okay. Yeah, you're awesome.
As you were said before, you're just a huge inspiration in a lot that I do.
Thank you. And just have the most amazing time here. I'll see you later. Hello, I love your horns.
First of all, thank you for being here, and you absolutely look amazing.
So here's what happens is you guys, I know I don't particularly look amazing, and I generally, what I do is just avoid mirrors, so I can feel like I look amazing. But I do feel like when I'm around you guys, there's a certain glow, because you make me very, very deeply happy. So thank you for that.
You're beautiful.
Either that, or I just have very oily skin.
My question is in two parts, actually. First, I wanted to know how you do prepare for the scripts, and how you prepare, pardon my accent, how do you prepare for the scenes that you did in Supernatural?
Well, there's an amazing thing, and it just should make you appreciate everyone on the show so much, is they move really efficiently and really quickly on the show. There were very few extra takes, which you might not realize. Like on a lot of shows, they'll just kind of take after take after take, and a lot of times you're working with actors who don't really know their lines and haven't done preparation, whereas these guys are on it. So you better bring your A game too. So I always drilled just the lines a lot. That was the main thing. Because another thing is I feel like you can see, the camera's kind of magic, and I feel like you can see in someone's eyes almost everything they're thinking. And if they have a moment where they're just like, what's my line? Like, it breathes. So I never wanted to have that. So I felt like if at least I had the grounding of knowing my words, then I was in pretty good shape. So that's what I tried to do. But yeah, I like serious round of applause for all these kids because they worked really amazingly well. Yeah. It's very impressive to watch. Well, I will take a hug. Yes, I will find you. The horns will give you away. By the way, I just want to acknowledge, it's so cool that they've got the American Sign Language representation here. That means a lot to, I don't know, it means a lot to me that it's such an inclusive group. I just want to Hello, hi, thank you. You majestic unicorn, you.
Hey, you glitter and shine anything that's a unicorn. So I was going to ask you, from either a technical perspective or just from your personal perspective yourself, what was your favorite part to do, like your favorite scene or part to do in Supernatural?
Oh my God. That's so hard because I'm not joking. I really enjoyed every minute. And it's just like, I wish I could give to you guys what that feeling is. And I think you probably perceive it. That's why you're here. It's just like such good people and such a family. And it's not just the people you see on screen, it's everyone. And so there's just a wonderful feeling about showing up for work every single day because of that camaraderie. And there's this amazing combination of skill and professionalism and fun at the same time. Like, no one takes it too seriously either. So they take it seriously enough to be on it and do their jobs really well, but at the same time, there's a levity and a joy to it. And so that really did make each moment magical. I'm trying to think of like anything that might be nice for you guys to know. I think just something that's indicative, and as I said, of every moment of working on the show is like a lot of people have attention on that cast kiss. Because it was but I get asked about that a lot, but I realized something I've...
And I wouldn't, my special needs family, I wouldn't be here without the graciousness of Adam, the district. And so to have the opportunity to actually talk to you for a minute is, you know, I know it's not a personal story thing and all those kind of things, but what you need to know is that you've really given so much through this bravery of yours. And, you know, I appreciate the inclusivity that you speak of. You know, women in industry is important, but people with disabilities and visible disabilities that you can't see, you know, it's about opening your heart and being kind and compassionate. And without that inclusivity, we wouldn't be here to see you today. So I just want to tell you, I'm so hot in this town. I'm melting, and I don't know what it's like in New York, but it's very hot here where I'm from. It's not as hot.
Yeah.
And
by the way, I totally melt in the heat, so I feel ya.
It's hard.
Yeah.
And so I guess I want to thank you for giving so much back to us, because when you were going through this, I was going through this. And I was with my daughter while she was in a body cast, you know, for 50 fractures.
Wow.
Watching you guys, because we were housebound for a year at a time,
Wow.
whatever, and you guys helped us through all of you. And to see you go through, and I cried so much when I saw you come on stage because I'm scared, you know. But I wanted to encourage you to get your tattoo. It hurts. I'm 44.
Yeah.
But I did it. Just breathe and hug your dog.
I was going to say, it's beautiful. I can't wait to see it closer, so hopefully I'll see it closer later. I've got two. I think I'll get some more, so yeah.
So I want to encourage you to honor yourself because you've given so much back to us. And we want
Thank you. Now, can I just, okay, so I want to address a couple things. You sit, whatever, get comfortable. Mom! There's just a couple things. One, that means, I can't tell you how much that means to me, because I really hope, I think my biggest thing is I hope that we're all here for each other, to encourage that in each other. And I just want to speak to, it is a weird thing. Like, when I know what I went through when I got sick, it's like not knowing where I fit in the world. Because we don't see a lot of examples on TV or in film, or the places we look to kind of get the notion of what it is to be a human being. And I suddenly realized how much we do that. We look to, other people to tell us, like, oh, that's acceptable. And that's like, oh, that's a human thing, and I can do that. I can copy that kind of thing. People will think I'm human too. But yeah, there aren't a lot of people in wheelchairs with disabilities, with whatever problems that, that come up in life. And so yeah, I went through a period where I just kind of went, oh, I don't really belong in the world, and I kind of retreated. And you guys helped me pull me out of that. Because I wanted, thank you. But I wanted to be a strong, badass woman, and I wanted to like be that example, but I didn't know how when, like, I couldn't walk well, like, I didn't have that image in my head. So I hope we see that more and more, just out in the world, of like, it's just a thing. It's just a strategic difference, and we all are figuring our way through this thing of life, and we do our best, and some of us have more things to try to figure out. That's it. It just, it took a little more strategizing. But I wish all of you who are going through stuff, I wish you to know that and to have that perspective that you're so not alone in this, and we are just doing our best, and you totally are valid, and you exist, and your existence is awesome, and you are not, you don't need to be identified with whatever illness, whatever thing you're going through. That doesn't define you. It's just, I don't have wings. I would love to have wings. That's another thing. But we live with it. So yeah, and thank you for encouraging it.
How are you? Good, thank you. How are you? Your mom is awesome. Earlier you mentioned you loved learning about history. I was wondering what your favorite thing was to learn about.
Oh, that's a good and very difficult question. Because the way I like to learn is I kind of get obsessive about a certain culture or subject for a period of time, and then I kind of cycle away, and I'm like interested in other things, and then I get obsessed with another culture. So there's hardly a subject that I haven't thought was the best, most amazing subject ever for some period of time in my life. I'm definitely drawn to the Enlightenment, because I love that notion that we can understand everything, and it speaks to kind of the way that my mind works, of like, the people during the Enlightenment were like, no, we got this, we can figure out everything about humanity, or government, or whatever, and there was just tons of lists, and encyclopedias were born, and all these things of just like, no, we can analyze and figure out and share information. There's like such a love of knowledge, and we can build perfect governments. That's where America came out of, the dreams that our founding fathers had. It was just like, okay, we got this. And they literally, there were some of the founding fathers went and studied every period of history and every government. So yeah, that's something that I like, because I really am a nerd.
Vancouver, how awesome is this woman?